Hello and welcome to episode 60 of our Timberborn Update 6 Waterbeavers playthrough, cycle 69, day 7. Boy, have we got a lot of stuff done in this one, and boy, do we still have a lot of stuff left to do. But we can't waste too much time thinking about it, because we just have to get things done. Hide this once again so I can actually see. Most of our problems the last couple of episodes have been because we do not have enough haulers, and we're attempting to fix it. It's a very slow process. You know the drill, so on and so forth. But right away, I did want to address the ENS being in a very disadvantageous location for the future operation of the ENS. So let's hit pause just real quick, because I need to make sure I address this correctly. So the issue with the ENS, if we take a... not ENS, this thing. The Abyss is... where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Okay. You have to have power come in from the middle of the back side, directly in front of the entrance, and then on the two other sides you have to have the middle three segments able to expand out one tile. That's the only bits that actually matter in terms of being around the edge of the original 5x5. You got one here, 3 here, 3 here. And I thought, when I had this set up, that I'd done this correctly. But as it so happens, this is lined up to block at least one of those things. Obviously, I have power right here already, which, honestly, probably fine to just leave this here when we put the Abyss back in this spot. Then in this spot right here, I can have my ladder or my stairs to get inside, and I've got 1, 2, 3 here, and I've got 1 here, but then I have the 2, 3, that's the ENS. So... unfortunately, that does mean that this has to move. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to put this in another location without it being a huge ordeal. Probably the easiest thing at this point in time would be to get rid of this pile of logs, dynamite these 2 blocks here, and then just shove this over one tile. Probably the least stupid way of doing this. So I'm going to pause construction on this and unpause the game. We're going to get this emptied out, and then of course I will have to blast out these 2 things here. I can already put 1 in place while they work on this. I actually don't know if this district has another storage for logs. It doesn't seem that it does. So what's probably going to have to happen is I'm just going to need to put in a storage or 2 for some logs, and then just say sayonara to this pile, and it's just going to have to be that way. So we'll get that in here, make sure this is a priority here. Then we just need to move these things. These glorious storages have to go away because I have to move this over. And because this is only going over 1, I can technically keep this the same way it currently is. And, oh, see, my path is gone again. This is so weird. This has happened so many times. Notice, it's supposed to be between the fence gate and the staircase. There it is. It's so strange that it does that. But since this has not been actually finished yet, we will get every single piece of this stuff back. We also don't have the laboratory glassware over here. I think that was one of the last things they were waiting to bring in, except for the stuff down here. We'll let them take care of that, and then we're going to move on to the next stuff, because there's, again, so much stuff to get done, and I can't possibly take care of all of it every episode, but I do try. Beaver, boom! Shift backspace for delete. And then I need to make sure that they get all of these things picked up, or it's going to be an absolute disaster trying to do this later. So, you know what? I lied. I'm going to just put this in here so all this stuff moves somewhere else. And then that will go right there. I think that should be just about everything. Well, a substantial portion of... oh, okay, here's all the planks. There you go. Now I have to get rid of these without removing everything else that matters. I think the pathway got removed there. Anyway. Oh, yep, gotta hide this. I am glad that this was addressed now and not later. because boy, oh boy, would this have been an absolute disaster if this had already been finished by that time. So once again, I really appreciate you guys looking out for my best interest with these things, because it's so hard to do everything. And I've said it a bunch, I don't need to keep saying it every single time. But it's so easy to just lose track of things and then be surprised later when terrible stuff happens. Especially if you're trying to make videos while doing this. Now we have to come over here to the district in the corner, where I have frequently complained that I have huge problems with just having too many beavers, not enough stuff going on. And I'm not entirely in love with this idea, but I do think it's going to be worthwhile to pursue. I'm going to unpause the triple watertight lodge, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a minimum. I think the number people gave was 11 kids in here. So that way, the housing stays full if I have everything open that's supposed to be open. The housing will stay full, or near enough to full at least, and then we won't have to worry quite so much about everything else. Take those extra 5 beavers out, and that gives us, yeah, all the beds are full. I have technically 6 vacancies, but 2 beavers are incapacitated, and of those vacancies, if I have them in the watertight lodge, which is hauler beavers, that is going to make it much easier for us to just do what we've got to do and not worry about it. So yeah, that hopefully will help stop some of the nonsense here. We can always adjust later, but this will help me, you know, not have so many beavers occupying spaces in the main district without being able to actually work jobs. Who knows? I could be completely wrong, and this could be a terrible decision, but I will remind you that this is suggestions from you guys, so I do try to make sure that I take everybody's stuff into account. Let's move on to some other things. I missed my opportunity here on this day. I'll have to wait for the next one, but I was told that I should examine crossroads and see which ones are most commonly used when the beavers first get up, because then those locations would be good places to put in decorations. We have a lot of decorations and stuff that we need to put in, and I just haven't done it because I can't figure out where in the world I'm supposed to do it. So we'll just kind of have to let that be what it's going to be. So everything here except for, you know, the 24 contaminated beavers seems to be in order. That should, once that's taken care of, get a little bit better. Part of the problem we've been having with these guys is because this district is so huge, it's basically all of the map, the beavers who are contaminated take a super long time to get over here. Let's see, like this guy right here. Negative 29 well-being. So negative 50% working speed, negative 75% movement speed. Yeah, that's rough. That's quite poor. And honestly, these 24 guys are not going to have a chance at all if they have to keep walking around all this distance, and they don't really have great places to go, contaminated beaver jail, etc. So, like, they can come in here, and there's a beaver in here using this, but it just takes so long. This number is not going to go down for any appreciable duration of time. But it is something that is being worked on. It just, as you know, as I say all the time, just takes time. Now, what I see right here is I see 2 scavengers that cannot do anything. And I believe... No, they should be able to access... Oh, you know what I did is I put in these bad water bucketing posts. And that has blocked the stairs from going anywhere else. Well... how deep is this? Okay, it's by the end of this episode, this will be down low enough for this one to turn on. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to say these scavenger flags can be paused. I'm not going to delete them yet. But that'll get us a couple jobs back. These guys bucketing the bad water obviously is very slowly helping to get this removed. It's not going to be a fast process. It never is. But it's fine. Oh, this fermentation house in this district was supposed to be a thing instead of having this. It's fine. I'm going to choose not to worry about it. Oh, I missed it again. Okay, well, this is why I didn't do this, because I never have time to figure this out. What else? What else? There was somebody who said I should put a coal drill somewhere over here next to the original nuclear reactor, because we do need to have more drills going. Especially once I have the second high-temperature foundry, which, by the way, is waiting on the Masters of Metallurgy, which I have not checked on. 75%. Okay, we can make that work. That will be, that'll be viable, hopefully. This is waiting on robot parts, which, by the way, this assembly line should be making, because we don't have to have scrap metal hauled all the way over here. It's just gears, metal blocks, and planks. And, you know what? I thought I had this organized better. Okay, I have gears. I do not see metal blocks over here, nor do I see planks. But this can probably get turned into just regular metal blocks, and then... Well, we have enough planks everywhere. It really shouldn't be that big of a problem, but I suppose I should give them some sort of chance here. Is there anything I can build on top of? No. Okay. That's not going to happen there. What about one of these overhang walkways just right off the front? Not happening there, huh? What about a skewer platform? Aha! Okay, well, you know what? That's going to give me an opportunity to stick this here, have that be set to planks, and then have this set to a path. Assuming this will stay here, on the next game load, you know, sometimes it lets you build these when it's not supposed to. That's a problem for the next episode. So we'll have them take care of this. I'll prioritize it. This is set to obtain. Yes, it is. Okay, gears right there. Anyway, the reason for this making robot parts here is because it is closer to the bot assembler. Now we have these guys over here. I've got two of them. These should be making the stuff that uses scrap metal, because the scrap metal and the coal is right here. So we already did that with the metal fasteners, and we already did this with the tools. So this should be okay. This is probably the best possible scenario for this right here. And let's see, a couple of you also said I got way too many factories making stuff. The fact that we still don't have metal blocks leads me to believe that I should not trust your assessment of this. But in general, we probably do have too many factories. We just haven't gotten everything ironed out yet. So this here, making metal blocks, does not have scrap metal. Same kind of story here. So maybe we'd actually get metal blocks faster if I pause some of these. Probably doesn't make sense to most people, and honestly myself, that would help. But I guess it would. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty confident once we get maybe about 20-30 of these hauling beaver bots, whatever, things are going to get substantially better. That was mentally my goal for today anyway. I know there's so many other things we have to do, but it is what it is. One of the issues we were having with these mechanical drills is that there's just so much stuff that cannot be removed because the haulers are not efficient enough, which again goes back to just to get more haulers. But what we can also do is we can install things that will speed the process up of using dirt, including, but not limited to, a clay pit just right here, because I know that will be a thing, panning for gold. Pretty close. It's not, you know, perfectly close, but it's going to be good enough for something, at least right now. See, I don't really have a lot of great places to put things, but this right here will work. That'll be a viable thing. I can stick a couple of beavers in and passively use dirt. I also have this one here that is set to make clay. Let me just check here, because I do not remember. I have 6 of these? Whoa, no. We don't need to be having 6 of these all doing clay. Honestly, I probably only need one of them doing clay. Where are these two? This one here, this one. Okay. Where's the clay getting used? Let's turn all of these to gold panning. What is using clay, if anything is using clay? 4 buildings. I've got the alchemist making basic balm. That is fine. I've got the GMO grow. That recipe really uses clay? Okay. Okay, fine. So what is... Okay, that's on the way over there. I don't think I have a clay pit on that side of the map. That's there, that's there. Where's this one? Okay, so none of these things are even remotely close. Not even a tiny bit. So that says to me that I should put a clay pit closer to these things. What about on this river edge over here? I don't really have a good spot for this, do I? The only other thing I could think of would be to go right about here. This is also not going to be great. I could blast this down. I also don't need to have this fluid dump here, so maybe this spot as a Lido probably isn't very good. Is this on the ground or is it on... Well, at least part of this has to be on the ground, right? Okay, so this is already not a great place to put a clay pit. I'm glad I didn't delete this, because the clay pit has to be on ground only. Alright, well, back to the drawing board. I could put one over here. That'd be decently close. I'd just lose some planting space. Oh, boy. This would really be the only good place I could do it. Or the only place I could do it, period, point blank. Well, it's going to have to be good enough. I suppose I don't need to wait for this. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. So I'll put that clay pit right there. The entrance has to go in the middle. Yes. Yeah, this is going to cause a lot of loss here. So I know that's going to have to go... Is there a way to do this? You know what? I will get rid of that and that. That needs to be put back. Because then what I can do is I can just have this come out this way. I can only makes me lose 6 of those. And then this can just be a staircase. And then it'll still connect to the same general area, but they get that wet fur bonus coming in that way. Oh, good. They finished it. All right. Processors it is. So that means I should... Yes. Finally. It's been 84 years. Oh, this is hideous. Now I can have scrap metal and scrap metal. Or, and probably what I should be doing is having one of these run these other things. Like, I need to have steel saw blades. I'm going to make at least a couple of steel saw blades. It'll just take time for them to get this taken care of. Now there's 20 workers in this one, which now I have 74 vacancies. That's not very good. So I'm going to have this go down. See, I've really... Oh, there we go. I was clicking the same spot. I guess this is fine to have 5 in here. Not ideal, but it'll work. These things are producing... the dirt is actually being removed a little bit quicker, which hopefully is going to help. In terms of gold dust, I need to have more storage for gold dust. Where's my gold dust storage? Now I have to go hunting for this. Gold dust. Gold dust. Where are you, gold dust? I probably scrolled past it already. Aha! Oh, look at the little pile. That's woefully inadequate. So I've got gold dust here, and I've got clay here. Well, if these are only making gold dust, then guess what this gets to make? If you said gold dust, you would be correct. However, this is a pile, and this is a warehouse. So if I remove this, assuming there's somewhere for this to go, which there kind of is not. All right, on the ground with you. Long, tiny pile in its place for gold dust. That's fine. They'll pick it up off the ground. It's not the end of the world. I know that really irritates some of you, but unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with it because I cannot spend another episode just waiting for them to babysit that. Not to be rude, that's just reality that we're in. We were waiting on, surprise, surprise, metal blocks. This is now waiting on metal, that's it? Metal fasteners, really? Okay, but this one is making processors, which we knew we were going to need. Laboratory glassware is full up, so I think I'm just going to pause this factory entirely. It is not a dam, so it's fine. That will give us a few more beavers back. But look at this. We only have 8 contaminated beavers now. What an improvement. You'll love to see it. And in addition to having eventually a 3rd drill, or some of you say I need to have another trebuchet, this trebuchet is currently empty. And we do not have very many waste rock at all. It's 60 as of right now. Now, I fully expect that to become a problem once I have a third mechanical drill in place, and we actually have enough haulers to get this stuff taken care of. But for right now, we don't need to worry about it. We are up to 12 hauler bots, which is a big improvement. This has no power going into it. I forgot that they had finished this. So, I believe what happened here is I played myself, and I forgot that I had to have power run around the back of here. So, I'm going to need... Because remember, this is update 6, and we don't have modular power shafts. Well, they are modular. That's exactly what they are. We don't have adaptive power shafts. And I crucially do not have the universal. So, to get the power around the back here, kind of hard. I honestly should have turned this around most likely. But it's a little bit too late for that. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that if I'm going to run stuff over the top here, which seems like it might be the only viable option, that I have the buildings expanding in place, or at least placed down before I attempt to put power in here. So what are we going to expand this abyss with? Well, we can have supplementary exploration teams. I know I'm going to have at least one of those. We talked about the giant storage. There's a number of you that do not seem to believe the deep pile storage is worth using for stuff like dirt. Agree to disagree. Now, the abyssal or excavation drill seems very, very advantageous if we are looking to just get a whole lot of salt. Or gold dust, but I'm kind of content to just pump all of our dirt. So look at that, we only have 190 dirt. I'm content to just kind of pump that through there. But the storage is here. The deep pile storage, as it were, I still think is worth building. Now, I'm not going to build it right now, but I do think that's worth putting in. Deep crate storage for other things, also good to have some of those. But what probably needs to go over here, more than anything else, is going to be a factory operating team to make some stuff with whatever we're producing on this side of the map. Most likely not going to be a super great spot for this, but I've more or less maxed out my other one, I think. Actually, before I make stupid mistakes that I'm going to regret. Oh no, I have 2 extra slots here. Okay, so what have we actually built? Nuclear waste mining center, supplementary team, gas extractor. I should have a second gas extractor. I absolutely should put another one of those over here so I can just have one for hydrogen and one for methane. Or I can just say, you know what, it really doesn't matter because this is fast enough. Okay, well, now I'm even less confident in what I was going to do. It really should just be storage. It really should just be storage over here. Well, it would make coal and iron, at the very least, a whole lot easier. So, pile storage. Just research. And if I were to put this here, 3 of them, which, to be perfectly clear, we do not have a ton of resources for. 3 of those there is going to... oh, that's right. It's not going to let us... Oh, so maybe I didn't have to worry about this at all. I played myself. Wait a second. I didn't think it was going to let me do this. Well. Well, how the turntables. This has made this so much more interesting. Because now I can just do some absolute nonsense. So I have an intersection here. I don't need the path to cross in this spot. Because I have this here, and I can, right here, turn this into a ladder, which probably is the better option. Anyway, yeah, if I do that, then once that's built, I can take this out. Let's make this a priority real quick. Let's try and get this taken care of here. Because if they can do that, then I can come in here with my upward power shaft. And again, I know this is just unspeakably hideous. But it's fine. It's Waterbeavers. I can come in here with this mess. Go all the way around. I will give this a three-way here just in case I need something that way. No reason not to do that. Of course, they haven't started this yet. But now, you know what? Again, I don't need to pause the game to do this. It's just force of habit. This just has to go in. I don't think I need to have a power thing come that way, so rotate. And remember, there's nothing that attaches to these two that was deprecated. It used to be the Abyssal Tourism Center, whatever that building was called. So that, oh, look how nicely this is. Nicely relative term. Now, but look at that, folks. Look at that. It's going to fit, kind of, in a way that is not incredibly hideously, unacceptably, horrifically ugly. Just most, of course. Someone's not smart, folks. But we can kind of solve that problem by just rotating that and putting that there. Alright, that's going to go there. That's going to go there. Building this is kind of a mess. However, now that we have this, we don't need these primitive smelters. Bye-bye. Get rid of those three at least. So they can walk through here and take care of all that. Get that locked and loaded. All ready to go. Cool. Progress is being made. And processors are, silicon metal ingots. That's what I should be making over here. I've got 4 of those. Good enough. Oh, they're 4% the way through. Oh. Now I have to let them finish this. Oh. Well, it's fine. We'll let them finish that. I'm going to have to be very careful not to let them start it again. But they can't start it again unless they have all the materials in place, which they definitely don't have. Well, stuff to think about, I suppose. It's at 21%. We'll have to remember to come back to that. Are they making any progress on this? No, they're not. Oh, this is horrible. This is an absolute just war crime here. Since they haven't started this yet, let's take the time to replace... Wait a second. Again, I know I don't have to pause the game. It just does that. Okay, I was kind of banking on that working. Does this? Nope, that does not. Alrighty then. Never mind. That is something that I thought was going to work and did not. Well, that's the way it goes. Everything else here is looking okay. Oh, this is operating. Oh, cool. That means these guys can go away. And it means they can get at this scrap metal here without getting poisoned. This is... Okay, that's another probably 2 or 3 cycles worth of stuff. Now I have to check and see. 56%. All right. Those are fine. Power-wise, what are we... Oh, it's still not enough during a drought. Well, it's better than it was. At the very least, we can be pretty happy with that. This will, of course, massively improve things. It is not connected to power. Let's just make that abundantly clear right now. That was something I was going to fix once we got all of this scrap metal out of here. And, oh, I really should have made this a ladder instead of a just staircase so they could actually get to this. Yeah, they can't really do that. Well, what they can do, as I click on the wrong button for the 8 billionth time, they can blow this up, and then these guys can get at this piece, and then in turn everything, well, not everything, I think this one goes down. It does go down. One piece at a time. You know how it goes. 66%. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Water, we need to get more water. And I know in Update 7 and the 1.0 releases, this has massively changed, and it's now a lot harder to exploit the mechanized water pumps. They have different construction requirements. So you're going to make me think. You're going to make me do mental math, which I guess is always allowed. It's just, you know, not my forte. Okay, we're waiting on processors because we're waiting on silicon metal ingots because I haven't been making those. 91%, 92%. All right, we're just going to sit here. We do not have enough to do another batch, so I don't need to be quite so anal retentive about this. And I can just immediately, as soon as this is done, there we go. Swap that over. We'll have to get some quartz, and we'll wait on some more coal, and, oh, I guess methane. I have to have all that, too. Well, we're working on it. Quartz-wise, I do have a lot of quartz. Methane, I have tremendous quantities of methane, just not in that position. Which, you know what? Right here, this 2x2 spot is practically begging for a gas tank. I know I don't have a lot of metal, but we're not in such a, you know, ridiculous place where this isn't going to be possible. Methane storage is going to have to go right here, just to make things slightly more bearable. This could be converted to hydrogen, I think. I just need to check what my recipes are here that use methane. Any of these? That doesn't use methane. That I should look here. I should look at these. All right, methane, methane, methane. Okay, we have some here in the laboratory to make dynamite or pine resin that I don't think we're currently doing. Methane to make the drill bits. And those are all storage. Okay, so the better solution here is to just build another tank for hydrogen and not worry about this one having methane in it. This one could be the supply. And it should be, because that's what's going to come through here. But I do need to, before we get too carried away, wait a minute. I literally just put this in here. I could just put a gas extractor for methane right here. Well, yeah, you stupid idiot. That's what. Yeah, I know. It's fine. And that means I don't need to have a. I don't even. Yeah, there you go. I don't need to have a thing there. This will hold 100, and it's constantly making it. And this will store. Yeah. All right. Oh, that has solved so many problems. And by solved, I mean hasn't actually solved, but you know what I'm going with this. So yeah, big ol' storage is what it is. We got coal, we got iron, we got dirt. I'll just do dirt, and then I can have more storage for waste rock over here. Because that's probably the thing we're most likely to clog up soonest. Just let that be what it's going to be for right now. They got a lot of stuff to do, I'll tell you what. Yeah, of course they haven't done anything, you stupid idiot. They haven't finished this because they haven't started it yet. Methane, methane, methane. That sounds like a job for our hauler bots, which currently cannot have any more hauler bots be made because we don't have enough stuff that we have to have the methane for. Why is this not... Okay, I'll just prioritize it. That's the only way I'm ever going to get anything done here. Oh, good. This is ready to get built. Let's put in clay pit. What do you mean I can't put the clay pit in here? Is that because there's nothing underneath it? Oh, no, 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 no. This is not how this goes. This is not how this goes, friends. It's because it doesn't have anything underneath it, really? After all of that. All right, well, you know what? I can't sit here and wait any longer. I'm just going to take these other 4 pieces out. It's just going to have to be the way that it is. I just need them to come do this, because I know this will work right here, just as soon as there's water in there. But yes, Cycle 70, Day 1. We are once again getting nice, clean water coming through here at some point before the eventual heat death of the universe. This is emptied out, but it's got time. I think we're okay. Just a little frustrating having to figure out all these tiny things all the time. B for boom. Now we have access to the ruins here, and no one's going to get poisoned, so in you come with the scavenger flags once again. This doesn't need to be blown up, and I probably won't blow it up. Oh, good. Oh, good. The second ENS is ready to go. What else were we waiting on? I know I'm going to have more stuff. You know, pilot's license would be really convenient, because that is, of course, for the evolution of the balloons, which is the airship. Not that we have the science for it anyway, but these are cool because all you have to do is supply the hydrogen, and then you get free stuff in return. That sounds like a highly advanced, fun endgame thing. But we're not. Oh, hey, Tobert. How's it going? We got plenty of other stuff to do. How are we still? Okay. Well, we're getting closer. I know we have methane. It's just the haulers have to transport it a couple pieces at a time. They have not made. No, it's metal fasteners again. This is waiting on scrap metal. Yay. Well, at least this is, you know, making scrap metal. I probably should stop using so much scrap metal to make stuff. I'm just going to pause this factory. We're just going to rip that Band-Aid off. They can take the scrap metal out of that. It'll stop consuming so much, and it also will kind of stem our population growth. Just a touch. Why do I have 4 beavers who are unemployed? Are they even in the same district? Let's check that. They are not. They are in this district. How in the... Okay. Okay, so this... I should never have done this. Now this is just a huge pain. So clearly what I have to do is I just have to tremendously raise the minimum quantity of adult beavers in here, so that it just imports all of them. Okay, that should help solve things for now. Boy, what a mess. How are we looking on this? Okay, we're getting close. We only need another 56 methane to get started on our 16 2/3 day journey of working hours, mind you, to make 3 silicon metal ingots. I do think we're going to be in a position pretty soon where I can have some more beavers working here, especially if I pause some of these factories. That one's already paused. We are using metal blocks. I need to figure out what is actually using so many metal blocks. So it's probably... It's only 2 buildings. The assembly line, and then this is already full. What about construction sites? Really? That's it? That's it? Is all of this? All of this is being hamstrung by the assembly line making robot parts that it still somehow can't make. How am I out of planks? Oh, this is paused. Okay, well, I guess I have to turn this back on. This is it's a balancing act, except if nothing is able to be balanced. Ugh, I know, I deserve it. I have brutally mismanaged this because it's impossible to, you know, do any of this. What is all this on the ground? Scaffolding? Okay, that's fine. Remember when I was going to put, like, you know, another tree farm over here and then I didn't because I ran out of time? And now I'm out of remembering why I wanted to do that? Yeah, me too. Okay, so this is good to go. Let's put in a clay pit here because I know it's going to let me do that. And I can at least regain 2 of these. It's fine. I just need something making clay. They once again are probably going to be fine. Okay, so our gold dust storage, actual storage, is full. These will hold another 20 apiece. Now, oh, I can be making gold bars here. Set of metal blocks that I don't technically need to have that many going. Yeah, so this is probably one of the better places to do that. Let's get that one finished. There. Yeah, because gold bars. Oh yeah, remember like 40 minutes ago when I said I was going to examine which crossroads the beavers used? Which ones of these need the gold? Is it? Oh, it's the monuments. Okay. Can't forget about this thing. Something tells me this is going to be an absolute disaster when this goes off. But that's a problem for later. I'm thinking this crossroads right here would be a great place to have something directly on top of it. I already built these things, but let's keep an eye on this. And then maybe right about here. All right, so it's morning time. They're going to come streaming out of their homes. Yeah, there's a lot of beavers going through this. A lot of beavers going through this, but it's mostly the same beavers going through both. But this is also the route into the river baths, so I'm thinking, I know I can't really put anything right here, because I can't, oh, never mind. I absolutely can, so something super important is going to go there. Statues, we've got roofing pieces, we've got hedges. But let's check out the well-being bits here. Specifically for aesthetics. Oh, no one is getting shrub. Okay. So that might be the best next thing to add, even though others give higher bonuses. Alright, hedge. Assuming that is your real name. Wait, that doesn't have the aura around it. Don't tell me there isn't... Don't tell me there's not a shrub that I can actually build. Oh, that's going to be the fastest way to make me mad. Oh, this, of course this takes 50 metal blocks. Absolute masochist. Alright, well that was a colossal waste of time. This is why I don't do this. Well, I guess I have to build another one of these statues here. Upside down statue within 3 is probably probably worse things I could be doing with my time. It's fine, I'll just put that there, it's alright. Not gonna get salty about it. And then this other one here, just because I don't have really much of anything else to do. What is with the shrub, man? Come on. Jeez. Alright, there you go. Here's a pregnant beaver statue number 2 right here. Again, this is a losing battle. But yet people get so upset about it. I truly don't understand. I didn't build an exercise plaza, did I? Where is the exercise plaza? Oh, here it is. Yeah, what the heck. But I don't really have a great place to put this. Or any place, honestly. Yeah, see, even right here wouldn't work. Oh, well, that's empty. See ya. Alright, well, this is going to make a not completely horrible place for this. Alright, exercise plaza there. This will give me some other space to do stuff if I truly need to. Well, I think probably, honestly, a lot of our problems, I have these beavers working 18-hour days, and they have to go all over the place, and they don't have any help. How are we looking here? We are 8% through our absolute slog of making silicon metal ingots. Oh boy. I don't even dare check on these things. So, I think what's going to happen is I just have to have these making science for the time being. At least gives them something to do. Or I could pause it. I'm just gonna pause this one. I know we spent all this time and effort trying to put this in the right spot where it wasn't going to be blocking anything, so on and so forth, and then it was like, yeah, I'm just going to pause this. Well, it is what it is. I always forget where I am. We're still very low on planks. Whose fault is that? Well, they're working on it. They're doing their best. That's not the right building. I wanted to click on this. Alright. I guess I'm turning a rudimentary sawmill back on just so we can have planks, because I know we're super low on them. How's this? Okay, so that's going to be at least probably middle of next episode before that's able to be taken care of. That's alright. At least we have scrap metal here we can grab. That is a good thing, that we can be able to do that. Any more shenanigans happening over here? Where is my district center here? No. Believe it or not. Yeah, I don't need to worry about this. What about over here? Oh, hey, power's working. Very good. It means we're exploring the ruins. So that's progress. I've got dirt, iron ore, and coal storage here. I suppose this could be a supply. That could be a supply, and this could be a supply. Well, hopefully that helps. There's all sorts of other stuff we gotta deal with. This is waiting on, surprise, surprise, coal. This is the one that's actually making that. I've got drill bits. I've got, yeah, they just need to do it. That's all it boils down to. 15%. All right, I can no longer tolerate sitting here for the rest of this episode seeing this not get done. So everybody come in here. Hey, Talbert. Everybody come in here, get your silicon metal ingots, and move on. Just what else could I possibly do that would actually be worth doing? They haven't built our statues yet because they're waiting on planks. Yep. And planks. Who would have thunk it? How are we looking on this? 25% still going there. Yeah, we're making planks. We're doing it. It's just, you know, a very, very slow process. See, we talked about possessions. I know, and once again, well-being is an exercise in futility. But the comic books seem to be going okay. The shell necklace we already talked about requires trade. That one might wait until we have airships just because that's easier. Just get it for free. Now, wooden toys can be made at the, I believe, the Handicrafters Lodge. Yes. But I currently need this guy making pencil sets. This one is making balloons. And by making balloons, I mean it's not making balloons because I don't have enough tools. But there's one of the pipelines, so I guess it's actually fine. Do I really need more than another 4 balloons? Probably not. I should let them finish this one, though, and then change the recipe to wooden toys. If I can remember where in the world this building is. So the wooden toy recipe is... okay, I don't know what I expected. It's a log and 1/10 of a tool. Okay. Man, that's some really, really poor durability on your woodworking tools if chopping up one log takes 1/10 of the life out of it. Anyway... that's beside the point. I just need to make sure I'm monitoring things, which good luck getting that done. At least we have 22,000 food and 14,000 drinkable stuff. It tells me we're outpacing our pumping capacity, though, which is a little concerning. Just a tiny bit. I don't really know what else I can do about it. I know these things take, surprise, surprise, planks. Yeah, see, we're going there again. I know I need to have more sequoias because we're chewing through these things that almost literally. Is there another rudimentary sawmill? I must have gotten rid of that. Let's check our workplaces again. You know it's bad when you can't remember what you have. Oh, I've got 3 of them, and they're all working. Except they don't have materials, because the materials they need are crude saw. I thought I had enough crude saw blades. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me my ironworks are what they're doing me in here. Okay, well, you need to make crude saw blades. I have another building making the fasteners. That would... It would not explain everything, but it would explain a lot. 42%. 43, 44 even. Alright, so, you know, stuff's happening. What about our incredibly... Where am I? Our incredibly long process of making balloons. 68%. Okay. We are very low on clay. That's probably because they built this thing. The awe-inspiring pregnant statue. Oh, this is the new one. Okay. So that's at 2 more crossroads that beavers may go to instead of going here, and the well-being is exactly the same. Okay. Great. I don't know. I think I just kind of screwed myself picking this map, honestly, just because there's so many different places to go. And so many things that I can't build because I don't have materials, and I don't have materials because I can't make the stuff, and I can't make the stuff because I don't have the well-being to... It's, again, so many things have gone wrong. I do have a gold bar. So, farmer statue, 7 tiles. So these all have identical requirements, and I don't really have the planks to do any of them. So... 7-tile range is pretty significant. I think it would be a smart idea. Is this a 2x2? Yeah, so it would be a smart idea to kind of have this roughly in the middle of something. Wherever I could actually build this without it being a huge pain in the butt. Because we already know a bunch of the beavers come through this area, so maybe honestly right here is probably one of the better spots. I would like to know just how much more of this nonsense I can get away with. I know I can't do that. I technically can do that, but I'm not expecting that to be a whole thing. But if I did this... Oh, of course it doesn't allow me to do that. Corner walkway? Is that the correct... I can't even see what orientation this is in. Is it this? No. Ugh. I'm trying to put it right here on this corner so I can put a 2x2 statue on top of it. But this is technically terrain, but it's also technically not terrain. But it never wanted to... Okay. Good. Good. Alright, farmer statue. Alright, so this right here is going to get every beaver because this is where they come to bathe. And a lot of them come through this area. So I think that's probably about as good as I could possibly hope for. In terms of getting other statues in this general area, I can come in with an overhang, I suppose right here. Allow me to get one more. And it will technically let me do this, depending on how I want to play my cards. I say as it definitely does not let me do this. You know what, I only have the one gold thing, so I guess this has to stay here for now, but... okay, they just picked that up. I need 100 and I have 36, okay. Well, no matter what, this will be actually viable once it's complete. Unless the game deletes it when I reload because this wasn't a legal placement, in which case I will be very upset. That's a problem for later. 80%. Oh, I forgot to check on this thing. 95%. which means it's probably the very end of today is going to finish. And it has the materials almost to make another balloon. It does not have enough tools, so I can safely change this to wooden toys just as soon as this gets back to 0. What a riveting episode this has been. 99%. And show me the 0. Come on, there we go. All right. Very good. You know, it would be really bad if I mistimed that because I don't see the 5th balloon. Okay, you know what? I'm going to choose not to care. We're going to move on. We just need them to be making more stuff. This is, in fact, still making comic books, which is good because the beavers need to have comic books. I also need to be continuing to build this mess. Was I going to put another... yes. That's what I was going to do, but I didn't have a hydroponic farm clockwork thing. Okay, and I know they haven't started this, so that's not a problem. Clockwork robotic controller. Oh, I have almost none of those things. Oh boy, it's everything I currently don't have. Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. Is I can place this down anyway. They can start building it with, surprise, surprise, even more stuff I don't really have. But that's, well, you know. It's the way it goes. That is, in fact, the way it goes. So I should probably, in the interest of, you know, just getting literally anything else accomplished, just do that. And my mega platform is all the way over here. Ah, yes. Yet another thing that I need to, I need to figure out how to put in here. Well, that'll give them plenty of stuff to focus on. And then we can move on. Oh, I see 8 balloons now. I don't know how I got 8 balloons from 4. But we are making wooden toys, and we should... Oh, look at that. We're at 29 instead of 27. What a great improvement. There we go. 2 beavers out of 488 have wooden toys. Oh, boy. What about this district? Because I forgot that I was importing these. Yes, I know. I want to click on this. Nobody. What? I thought for sure I was importing these. Well, I guess if I don't have them, I can't import something I don't have. That's very fair. Very fair. Okay, they're still working on that. How long is it going to be until... Oh, they finished. Okay. Well, now that this is collecting for clockwork robotic controllers, which it cannot make, if I... You know what? I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take this back down to, like, 5 beavers. All right. Oh, somebody else left a comment. So many people leave so many helpful comments. I can't possibly I do read all of them, but I can't possibly use every single one. But somebody was like, "Hey, you should go around and see what kind of outmoded early game buildings you're still using, and try to get rid of those." The problem is, I don't really remember. I got 8 cooking tents, but I need to be making the stuff that, you know, they're making with this, so like everything I'm seeing here, I mean, obviously, like, farms are a big one, right? As soon as I have all the mechanical farms, I'm not going to need to have nearly as many beavers working in farms. But that's, you know, it's the way it goes. Fermentation barrels don't have to have a worker, but they do have to have somebody to bring stuff in. 3 florists probably are also kind of a waste of labor, but... Oh, wait. We're making berries with the, Making berries with the... Oh, we still don't have any berries. Alright, well, I can't turn those off. Oh, boy. See, 22 mushroom growers. Well, those don't have people working in them unless they have extra spots. I guess we're fine Primitive ironworks, I know, but we have to have the stuff. Primitive mines, I was told I needed to keep these because they had a better production rate for some of the stuff, so I guess that's fine. Smelters are all paused. Rudimentary sawmills are, well, they need to exist because we don't have planks. Scavenger flags, we already talked about those. Screw presses are fine. Tappers flags, those are fine. They're just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. See, I don't think there's really anything we can get rid of. I know it sounds insane, but it's fine. I mean, hey, I put these, I haven't updated that Google Drive in like 3 weeks, but I do put these saves online. I think the link's in the description. Hey, if you want to download this and try it for yourself, go for it. Knock yourself out. I am very interested to see if people actually are able to do better with this. I'm sure at least some of you are. Oh, good. They finished this. Oh, well, being up to 30. I mean, that is... Oh, no. Okay, it's bouncing back and forth. It's an improvement. Wow. Yeah, you got that right. How are we looking on the next gold bar? Okay, 65 gold dust. So it's going to be a little while before we can have another gold bar. Even so, I think we need to have another statue. I'm going to go for the lumberjack here. Oh, how fun is that? Look at that. But actually, you know what? No, I'm going to rotate that guy because I can put the platform in here, and then I can put this metalworker statue right here. Look at that. It's like what's his face? Lord of the Rings. I think that's what that's from. Haven't watched those movies in like 15 years. Metalworker statue. Once I have another 1,000 science and another gold bar, would not be a bad thing. Because then you have kind of a critical mass of these basic monuments here, right in the center, the nucleus of the town. Good Lord, what's in here? Mushroom stew. What's not in here? Deluxe stew. No deluxe stew for you. Okay. Why are we not making deluxe? Nenifars! I thought we solved that problem. We have all these things. Did you tell me I have to have more nenifars? Or is that's something I can farm, right? Yes. I have not unlocked it. I don't have the resources to build another one. Well, we'll get there. As you know, it is a process, and it does, in fact, just take time. A cruel twist of fate. The ENS requires gold dust to make process. Of course it does. Oh, no. Oh, everything is a problem because everything's a problem. How do I have 15 dirty beavers? These guys... I know what happened. I took out one of the showers because there's no more water in here. And they can't go here because it's too... Okay. Alright. Oh, I should have done this a long time ago. I should have done this a very long time ago. Do I have a way to get up here? Why are you sleeping... How do I have homeless beavers again? Man, what? Okay. This is quickly becoming extremely irritating. I think I have this set correctly. Just get the extra beavers out. And I need to have that there. I'm trying to put another one of these river baths up here so that they can use both ends. And they have to be able to place that, which means they have to have a path, which means they have to come through here, which means this is hideously... Ugh. It's fine. Just get that taken care of. Blast it on out of there. Stick this in here, which means I'm going to have a staircase. Right there. Beaver boom. And a river bath. So hopefully that will be better than a kick in the pants, which not something I particularly enjoy. So again, another thing that goes absolutely nowhere. What are we waiting on for this besides gold? Metal fasteners. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Now we're making more silicon metal ingots. That's a start, I suppose. How close are we to getting... Okay, another 80% of a block. That's next episode for sure. And they cannot reach any more of this. Alright, well... We'll see what my friend Spiral Staircase has to say about that one. That's going to help him get down into here, which should be the last... I believe, the last of our scrap metal. Alright. Well, you see, this was productive. Even if we don't do everything that we want to do, we still do most of the stuff we want to do. Okay, that's the wrong thing to click on. And robot parts. Why am I dragging robot parts? Metal blocks. You have too many factories. Are you sure about that one? You sure about that? Well, now I have... How do I still have homeless beavers? Ugh, so aggravating. There's at least one comment last episode that said something to the effect of just get rid of all the districts. I cannot do that because then the balloons won't work. Just so we're all on the same page. Okay, planks are, once again, still a huge problem. Crude saw blades. Once again, an enormous problem. Oh, I can make those here. Why am I not doing this? Why was I... Okay. I'm just going to pause this one. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. This one making tools very, very slowly. 4 hours for 2 tools. I really should know all these recipes at this point. Oh, there is no reason to still have this. Okay. You know what? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to delete that too. There we go. We got rid of 2 early game buildings that we didn't need. I don't know why I thought I needed to keep that around. Okay, that feels, it feels good. It's like decluttering. And yet we still don't have this. Brain boosting salts. Am I not making brain boosting salts? I am almost certain I'm not making brain boosting salts. B for brain boosting? Yeah, it's not even here. Oh, geez, what building makes those? Is it the Alchemist? It is. You were making ice from... Oh, they actually made ice. Nice. Tree of planks. What do I need to do with those? I got 200 of them, so I guess I can just change this back over to that. All right. It's fine. It's not a perfect solution. It never was. It never will be. We just need to keep on keeping on. But hey, at least we have 12 hauler bots now, and we only have 37 empty jobs, which means our hauling things should be full. That one's good. That one's good. That one's also good. And that's also good. So we have 40 beavers and we have 12 of the bots. I know we need more, but we'll get there. It is time for this episode to end. I have plenty of other stuff I've got to go do, and I feel like this is a pretty good stopping point. So once again, I really appreciate your input and your continued viewership of this series. This is episode 60. Most series don't go this long, but it's Waterbeavers, and I think if we can get our stuff together and finally manage to actually unclog most of the production, we might have 10 episodes left. Because really all we have to do is build Project Triumph, which is the end-game wonder for the Waterbeavers. Statue of Dunking. And then, I guess there's a couple of these other things we could do. We haven't done a greenhouse. I really do want to do the Abyssal Nuclear Reactor, but that requires a ton of science. And we can't really farm science until all of the other stuff is finished without building a ton of other buildings that I kind of can't build right now. So I'm going to say Abyssal Nuclear Reactor is going to have to be finished, and then Project Triumph is going to have to be finished. That's our 2 major things. And combined, that's what, 70,000 science? 85,000. 85,000. Oh, good lord. That might actually take years. 85,000 science. So, we're going to see what happens. The series cannot go on forever. I am having a whole lot of fun playing, but it cannot go on forever. There's so many other things we have to get to. And, you know, at this point, this is 2 versions of the game behind. And, I don't want to cut it short. Never want to do that. But we need to try and expedite this. So we'll do our best. We'll see what happens. Of course, Beard Boosters are the ones who make all this stuff possible by subsidizing the channel, making it so I can do 60, 70, 80 episode series of these things. When, you know, basically anybody else would say, all right, we played 5 episodes, we've had our fun, let's move on. Which is fine. But because of the way we do things here, and the folks that want to keep it that way, we're able to do a whole lot of really cool stuff without having to have the sponsors or any of that other noise that there's so much of on this website. So I'm always thankful for them, and I'm thankful for you too, even if you're not part of that list. Whatever you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.